Yo, what is good, Crayola here? XDefiant is finally released, and with a new game comes new settings, and you're probably wondering what settings are the best for this game. Now bear in mind, all my settings I'm going to go through for you in this video is for PC, so some settings may not apply for you if you're on console, but there will be a lot of overlaps. I'm not going to go through mouse and keyboard settings because I don't play that, but I will also go through the controller settings, but we're just going to jump right into it. Nice and simple, starting from the top, we got controller as my input, field of view of 120, always personal preference. I will always advise going about 110 to 120 though, just so you get that max FOV range, and make sure you keep your field of view to consistent. Keep this behaviors on hold, sensitivity transition instant. These are really simple, guys. I'm just going to scroll through these and just copy them. Make sure you put your auto sprint on, and your auto sprint threshold, you don't want it too low because you get stuck in your sprint all the time, which is not ideal. So just find this is going to be fine-tuned to your actual controller. For me, 50 was the nice sweet spot where I could still slow move if I wanted to. Slide dive, slide behaviors, tap, auto weapon swap, all this. These just, again, basic. Nice and simple. Here as well, you can put your FPS display on, put your ping on, team composition overlay, and damage numbers as well is nice to have. Right, next we're going to go through the controller settings that I've found to be best. So I found, of course, standard for the aim assist. I'm on default flip, so I shoot with the R1, L1. Aim assist strength 0, 0. Aim response curve is reverse S-type. That is kind of like dynamic in COD. If you play standard on COD, then just keep this to standard. Horizontal sense and vertical 40-40. It's a nice sweet spot. It's not too slow, it's not too fast. And the ADS sense multiplier for the high zoom and low zoom are both 0.95. Dead zones are going to be down to your controller. 4 and 7 is what works for me. You're going to have to adjust this in game yourself, and make sure the acceleration is just set to 1 and all off for the next ones. Again, super simple. Just going to scroll through these for you. This is the audio settings. Okay, video and graphics. Make sure you're on full screen. I'm just on windowed for recording this video. Display monitor, make sure it's on your main monitor. Triple buffering you want off, reduce latency you want on. And the video reflex low latency depends if you're GPU bound or CPU bound. If you're GPU bound, you want it on plus boost. If you're CPU bound, you want it on. It's dependent on your system, so you really just do a quick Google search of your setup with your GPU and your CPU, and it'll just tell you on Google what it's going to be. Brightness 15, contrast 15, renderer DX renderer off. Graphic quality is custom, so I have adjusted these, but make sure VSync is off and the frame rate limit is off as well. Shadow quality medium. It's a nice in between. The game's gonna look fantastic still with all these settings, but you're gonna have a boost in your frames, which is more important anyway. So we got medium for your shadow quality. Spot shadows are on low. The resolution for the spot shadows is medium. Contrast shadows are off, and my resolution scale is set to 100. If you drop this down, it's, for example, I'm at 1440p. If I drop this down in half, it would be 720p for the resolution at the far distances. So make sure you keep that on the 100s. Sharpening 10. Particle detail low, because this will affect your FPS. Volumetric fog on low as well. Global reflection quality I keep to medium. You can put it on low. I've got a nice GPU, so I've kept mine on medium. Your local reflection quality off. Vegetation quality is low as well. Surface scattering is off. Ambient inclusion low. Object level detail doesn't really matter for this. This is just how much details in the objects. I've set mine to 99. It was. Extra streaming distance 10. Turn your lens flare off. It's not going to help you in any way. Water quality low. Chromatic aberration off, and terrain quality on medium. In language and accessibility, these are all default, except you can put your flashbang effect to dark. Just means when you flashbang, your screen goes black instead of white. Matchmaking and account, personal preference, doesn't really matter. Personal preference. Guys, that was literally it. Such a simple video. I'm not going to draw it out. Leave your thoughts on if you're enjoying the game so far, and I'll catch you next time.